Okay, brave followers of Veles. Welcome back. Wait a second, have I not got my production quite right here in the village? Gathering. Okay, that's just gonna have to wait. So, I think what I wanted to do was go clear out the nest tower and then get this damn dragon off the map, but to do that I'm gonna need straw. I think he wanted, what, 40 straw and 10 wood, and we've got only 13 straw, so... Onwards.
You fall through the ground into a dark and stale tunnel.
Right, again.
You managed to make your
Oh,
way
easy.
again.
Divine quest. I forget at what part of the mission we are with that. Divine quest. One thing at a time, though.
You see the skies darken and the air getting heavy. The wind picks up. You realize very quickly that you must have stumbled upon a territory claimed by the wind demons.
I think we fight because that's where our strength lies. Yeah, everyone's healed up. I worried that our social skills weren't that great, but I mean, with the Orc Warrior and the Goblin Fighter, we've got a bunch of great fighters. I think it's just worth bearing in mind that a lot of these Villi are going to do damage as they enter the battlefield. So we'll send in the Orc Fighter and then shield him immediately. Actually, not that much in terms of shielding. Well, they can only do half of that, which isn't so bad. Yeah, I would need the Gatherers to be on the right-hand side to do any decent shielding. I could give it first action, but then it'll probably just get confused by one of the tactics. Actually, I missed the trick there. I could have played my Hunter first and done damage to that Villi. Let's get another Warhammer user in. Okay, Giant Crow. Ah, so not all the Villi actually have piercing damage. Interesting. Just gonna keep getting blunt weapon fighters in. I mean, this thing doesn't do that much damage. I'm not all that concerned. It's 11 damage. We'll take 3 hit points damage for the Orc Fighter. That's fine. Okay, it made the Giant Crow act first. All I need for that is to give first action to one of my fighters like Pickaslava. So we need a first action 6. She does 16 damage. I think you add the leech effect as well. That's 21. Well, if she kills both of them, then we'll know it adds the leech damage. If it doesn't, she'll only wound the Villi. The Orc Fighter will kill both of those two. Svatava will kill whatever next comes in. Yeah, this is easy. We should be smashing them. Ah, whoopsie, I meant to click get closer. Not that it matters ultimately. Right, Bagadara. Gotta love blunt weapons. 55 damage he does, that's amazing. Easy game.
You defeated the Villi. The storm dies down and the skies clear again.
crazy to think that we've gotten to the point where we are just junking shadow armor and leather gherkins. That's what progress looks like, I suppose. Oh, bugger off. Fat rats and hulking rats. Yeah, I could just auto-resolve that. I was a little bit concerned that I might get some wounds. Have the medic and the herbs.
Your medics did not
Easy. I'm very worried about this dragon quest. There's something fishy about it. Like, why is this dude just hanging around by a dragon? Undead, 2 skulls, auto-resolve. That is irritating how the game almost always gets you injured. What did we learn from the last episode? Don't trust auto-resolve, ever. See, that's 32 damage. So which is the highest here? 35. And give him first action. I could confuse 3. Seems like a waste. I could always armor him. 14 damage, yeah, that's fine. I think I should go to first action these big boys, really. Nice bit of damage there as she enters. And can I confuse this one? I can. Good, that means all of my guys get to go first. That should be pretty straightforward, but I mean, don't trust the auto-resolve. Nice, easy. I think a 1 and 2 skull fights we can quite easily auto-resolve, but anything above a 2 we should be doing ourselves. What is that? Looks like zombies. Skeletons, unliving corpses. They get to go first. Did I get my hunters in? Wonder, can she also attack as she gets in? Yes, she does. Nice. First action level 8. We don't actually have a first action 8. I can first action a level 4. The Goblin Warrior. And then I've got a 6 and a 5, which I can't actually first action, but I can confuse one of these buggers. Strikes me as a bit of a waste though. Just get the warriors in. Well fought, goblin. Ow. It seems to always be the orc warrior that's taking the hit point damage. Something we should watch out for. Right. 13, so we need another 27 of that. Which we should get pretty damn quickly. I mean, we're gathering so much. We're probably going to get most of it in like one day. May as well pick up some wood while we're here. Especially because I'm going to have to give 10 of it away. Oh, the creepy crawlies around. Yeah, almost. We've got 20 odd from that. Okay. What was that we constructed? It was a talisman of some sort. Folklore and herbalism. Enchanted phalanges from field demons are kept in the small and slightly morbid pouch. For good fortune, of course. Gives you folklore and herbalism, but he's not strong enough to wear it. I need something that increases his strength. Of course, no, but I made this particularly. Especially for him, I mean. To increase his medic skill. "11 medic, awesome." Were we creating just the one? It was just the one. I don't imagine that we had enough ingredients to make 2 of those. It was ancient wood. Plus... what do we combine it with? Is it mithril? I feel like it was something else. Spider silk, perhaps? I just want the biggest plus medic. It had to have been dragon. Okay, but that gives you 4. I mean, the wool is nice, but it's the medic that you're really going for. Dragon bones. Dragon skin belt. Strength. Wow, awesome. So that gives whoever's wearing it 150 carrying potential, but I think whatever I can carry to increase the healing stat is absolutely what I should do. Folklore and herbalism. Okay, right, now I see. We'll go spider silk and we'll go... yes, for plus 4 medic. The wool is just a bonus. The one that we did produce, what's it giving? It's giving plus 5 plus medic. Ancient wooden scaled leather. Okay, well in that case then we can get a better recipe out of that. I didn't realize that the scaled leather was going to give that better recipe. Scaled leather secondary. Ancient wood primary. 4 and 4. Oh, because the other one was lucky enough to be high quality. I see. Feels like kind of a waste having my best crafters just making food. Wow, look at all these resources. We got more than enough. So Ignac, what can I get you building? So we've got the manger, I think. Yeah, we do. It would be nice to see what the total plus attract stats are. That's plus 1 goblin. Just shielding bonus. Attract beast. Attract children. Attract beast. Still no beasts. Plus 3 attract beasts and 10 out of 10. I think I'm pretty much done with the construction. I'm fine for heavy armors. Just see if I can make some more interesting artifacts. Let's see, so that's a tier 1 crafting material. So if I combine that with just some junk basically. Amber, runestone. It's a little bit of research. And I may as well craft it if I just want to get rid of this stuff. I've got plenty of normal leather. Yeah, we'll just crank a bunch of these out and then destroy them. Many as you can. Ignac. One more day. $55, that's plenty. Might as well squash these bugs while we're here. Okay, where's that dragon? South. I have to admit, I'm pretty worried about the description in that quest.
They are a very large group and seem well armed. They also include some goblin boar riders and rugged-looking warriors. You let the traders rest in your village, and you trade small trinkets with each other. They also leave a token gift in thanks.
I think that's probably fine. That was a 5 skull, and we were in no position to fight them. In fact, I think we would have got our asses kicked if I took that on. It's only a crazed bee. If I think of the last fight we really got our asses handed to us, it was an undead bee that we fought. It did not go well. Unliving bees, I believe they're called.
An old woman staggers into your village. She is wearing a long hooded coat, and underneath it, you see bandages.
It's a Baba Yaga!
You notice the old woman has bandages all over her body, and you begin to suspect she may be a rat witch. A rat witch is made when a woman commits suicide on her wedding night, and her body is devoured by vermin. She then rises from the grave and becomes one with the creatures that devoured her.
Attack her! Witch and hulking rats. Begin combat. This is in the base, so I wanted to be careful with this one. Okay, we at least got one of the 2 warriors we needed, and she isn't that dangerous. Slavic, get in there. Can I give you first action? I can't. I can confuse the witch, though. Let's hang on to that confuse ability. Is it worth supporting him? Probably not. Let's just shield him. I don't want to drop one of these 2 in case they get countered. And 20 damage he can take from the witch. I want those tactics cards to be on the deck before I give him first action. Oh no, I couldn't, and I've missed my chance to confuse her. Okay, fair enough. In that case, get closer and get shielded. Yeah, this is dead easy. It's just a few rats. Ignac, our blind crafter, get in there. It's just a little hulking rat, no problem. Get wrecked, witch.
You strike down the witch, but as she collapses, her bandages burst open and 3 swarms of rats escape.
Oh, this bullshit. You know, we gotta go chase them down to get our kids back. Damn you, witches! So this one is good quality. Hence it gets +5 as opposed to +3. 17 carry, you've only got 9 to spare, so what do I actually... What can I spare off of Sasha? If I give Sasha a lighter carry, does that give us enough? 17 carry capacity. Exactly 17. Perfect. Which reminds me, I should actually replace all of these rubbish cane ones. Let's take a look, see what... Okay, so... Yeah, Ignac is available. Yeah, the first things first, how many do we need? 1, 2, 3... Just enough for everyone. Well, we'll do as many as we can. We can always use the research points we're going to get from it. So, wicker. I can make 4 of them apparently. Loads of spider silk. You know, I'm beginning to think that it's not even be worth it researching spider silk sometimes, because you fight so many spiders, you end up gathering so much of the silk. It's just from fighting the nasty little beasties. Okay, we can do 4 of them. And we got ourselves a research point. I think I said that I wanted to go for granite to rebuild all of our buildings and see if we can attract a dwarf. And then after that, it's going to be staves and pikes. So I should just quickly stop in for baked meals. There's so much I want. Well, ultimately it doesn't matter because I'm going to be doing all of them anyway.
Dark and stale tunnel. You managed to make your way up.
Right.
You find Needler again. And
Needler.
he's sewing what looks like a carcass of a sheep. You give him the stuff, and he uses it to finish his fake sheep. There are now 3 such animals lying on the ground. Did you bring the 40 wood and 10 straw?
Yeah. How on Thea are these going to help?
Get them to the dragon. I'll explain later.
Oh, it's 40 wood.
You don't need me anymore. He's asleep now, so sneaking up shouldn't be so hard. You see the dragon asleep at a nearby hilltop. The cobbler shows you exactly.
Can we sneak? Oh fuck it, let's give it a try. Sneak numbers are not great. Although she's very good. Yasna's very good. Let's get her straight in. And the shade isn't too bad. Oh shit. Do we have any confusers? Yes. Yeah, she's done for anyway. Can I shield her in any way? I can. I'll get the shade in on the next turn. Chabor isn't too bad at sneaking either. It's clear that my sneaking is bloody terrible. 9, 6, and 6. Ouch, yeah, we can't handle... Oh no, never mind, the shade can. The shade's pretty amazing at sneaking. So he hasn't got good damage, but not a lot of hit points. So, but the problem is these sneaking abilities are going to go first anyway. I could counter the tactics. Counter offense. First action's not going to help. Get closer is not going to help. I think I counter the tactics. Is that good? I don't know. Let's find out. Everyone get in there. Sneaky, sneaky. Don't know if it's going to help. I doubt it will. Damn. So Yasna goes down first, and she's had the best damage. So in future sneak challenges, I got to bear that in mind and put Yasna in maybe after some of like these guys who have high hit points but not so much damage. This is the find weakness stat we're getting from one of our rings, I think. I think that works like lifesteal in these engagements. Yeah, it's leech. Okay, cool. So how should I have done this in the last fight? We get someone who's got shielding and high hit points to go in first. Where'd my card go? Oh, there you go. No, you can't do 14. Is there a support ally here? There you go. That's magic skill that helps you support ally in sneaking. Very interesting. I'm 1 damage point short of killing that one in a single turn. Okay, so now he can do 15 damage to kill that one. This one does 8, which Chabor can take and then kill it outright. 14 damage. Chat. counter that tactic first of all. And shield him so he can take the extra damage. And then he finishes it off. And that should be it. Slowly getting better at these fights other than straight combat fights. It's very interesting. Sneaky, sneaky.
You snuck up to the spot and placed the sheep there. You go back to the cobbler and together you watch the dragon. The beast wakes and smells the meat. It flies down to grab his meal and devours it in seconds. All seems normal when suddenly the dragon begins to puff smoke out of his nostrils and mouth. It hangs its tongue out and breathes heavily, then flies off towards a lake nearby.
Find some high ground to watch what happens next.
The dragon land in the lake and drink water in gallons. It drinks
Whoa.
and drinks and drinks, its belly growing larger and larger from the liquid until it explodes. Needler claps his hands and smiles at you. So, the girl?
What happened?
I told you, I knew his weakness. The poor fella suffered from a dangerous type of draconic digestive disorder. At the same time, he was partial to lambs. Visually, strange enough, I think the sight of them irritated him. In any case, I used certain materials, including the ones you brought, to make a fake sheep that would cause a flare-up of his condition. The only remedy then is to drink a lot of water, but I made the sheep so strong he just had to keep on drinking. Almost feel sorry for the fella. But now, for my reward?
Oh jeez, one of our girls will join you. I don't want to give him... What if he takes Vatava, our best fighter? But I mean, if I go back on my deal... I mean, we good guys, we don't go back on our deals. Doesn't the girl get a say in it? I mean... If we have to end up fighting him, he's gonna be a monster of some sort. You know what? Screw this guy. Not happening.
But we had a deal.
Here we go. Well, actually, we said we talk about the reward. We're talking, and you're not getting a woman as if she's a piece of meat for sale. I like this. Sorry, mate, no virgins in our village. Survival of the human race and all that, but this one, yeah. Screw this guy.
You promised me. Oh, why does this happen all the time? You just wait. When another dragon comes, you will not get Needler's help. No, you won't.
I like this. Listen, guy, you're weird to be sure, and you have a funny notion of marriage and women, but this being an apocalypse, how about you just join us instead, and who knows, you may get lucky. I mean, one of us could get very, very drunk or something. You never know.
Oh, blast it. Fine, I'll join you, even though you're dishonest.
What? So is that him? Milarad. Loads of wood. Okay, good.
You go back to the dead dragon and gather up his remains.
Oh, amazing.
A small lair where the beast kept some treasures.
Great. Take the stuff and leave. That is so cool. I was fully expecting a fight with some sort of badass demon. But it's just a random dude who wanted to get laid. This game never ceases to surprise. Right, Milarad, let's take a look at you. Female, apparently. What are you? A medic? No, a witch/sage. Witches and sages are the wise ones, the keepers of old traditions and folk knowledge. The wielders of the winds, of magic, often feared but always respected. Good at speech, crazy good at will. Folklore and herbalism are pretty good. Not much everything else. Let's see about some weapons for you. Nothing on us. Only 100 carrying capacity, not surprising. Yellow ladybug. I've got to figure out how to increase carrying capacity for these types of people. We saw a little while ago that we could make a dragon belt to give him an extra 150 carrying capacity, and I think that's probably the best thing to do. And as it happens, we just so happen to acquire some dragon-based crafting materials. Some dragon skin, some dragon bones, things to that effect. So really all Milarad can do is support an ally in a fight. That's about it. Should we stop in and get some granite and then go drop it off at the village, and then we'll go and do the next part of the quests? Oh no, wait, we need to kill these rats and get our kids back. Oh, someone joined us. A bear joined us. Awesome. We got a pet bear. That's why having that plus attract beast has worked out for us. It has animal kinship, not surprising. Good for hunting. Decent stealth. Obviously, it's very good in strength. Oh man, won't it be so cool if you can actually like give the bear, just bear. Please tell me I can rename it. Oh, here we go. Bosco the bear. So I had to call it, and you can give it trinkets. That's freaking cool. So I can give it the ability to craft and to gather. You can make a medic bear. Roar, roar, hold still, I heal you. That's awesome. Find weakness, divination, range damage, none of that really helps. If I give him steel bracelets, he can do more damage, but 21 damage isn't bad. I think what I want for him is just these amber charms that will give him crafting ability. Amber plus coal. 2, please. Oh, who can do that for us? Bosco can make it for himself. It'll take forever, but that's fine. Is there anything else here that can do a similar effect? Something that increases crafting. No, it'll be amber plus string. Gives just wool. Okay, no, that's not what we want. How about bone plus string? Perception. Bone and iron? Nope. What monster bone? Horn of a beast. Dexterity. I'm trying to think what would be the most useful for that bear to have. 3 dexterity from bone and steel. How high can you actually get that number? 3 seems to be the highest. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Dragon bone for plus strength. I don't think that's necessary. Let's go. I like this plus dexterity. That's going to make it be able to be good in tactical challenges. So bone plus... that's plus 1 dexterity. How about that? 2 dexterity. I want to get at least 3 out of it. I think steel gave us plus 3. Yep. One of the beast. That's so cool. Oh, don't burn that, for goodness sake, you tit. Next. Oh, we've got some silver there as well. I'll tell you what, for Expedition 1, why don't we do a big loop, get our kids back, and keep knocking these quests on the head. I mean, we've got a 12-man party here. I'm just thinking that at some point we can probably justify making a second group. And on that subject, let's just remind ourselves, so we've got 2 warriors here. And I think in terms of defending the village, we've got the bear. And our 2 crafters aren't horrible at fighting. Plus 1 medical always stay in the village. That's actually decent. That's probably good enough to defend against the tier 2 something. And eventually more beasts will come along. And more beasts, but we'll have like our own private zoo defending the village.
As you make your way through the terrain, your herbalist spots an area where you can harvest.
Ooh,
your
get the
herbalist
herbs.
carefully picks the right herbs.
Spider Queen, who cares? Get him.
After
Easy.
a tough fight,
Oh,
you
yes.
finally clear the area of those nasty spiders. You track down the rat swarms that
Just straight up kill the
you kill the
pieces of
rats
junk.
and
Got our
rescue
kids
the
back.
child. You also find the cocoon held more than 1 victim, but the other one may...
Roast chicken on some spiders. Don't want to know. There's the other rats and rats. Should we stop and let's do the nest tower before we head back?
You track down the rat swarm that took your child.
Oh, it actually came to the village. Easy.
You kill the rats and rescue the child. You also find the...
Should check on our production here. Is everyone doing what they're supposed to be doing? Yes. By the looks of things, yes. This will be done soon with the gathering tools. Is anyone currently using crappy gathering materials? Yes, you are. Look at that. It's one extra gathering and it's only 2/3 of the weight. Slavic. What are you actually doing, Slavic? He's crafting. Is there a spare crafting hammer I could give him? Doesn't look like it, no. At this point I reckon we can probably break down these cane gathering baskets because we're not going to be using them. Do the same here for all these rings, which I'm not using. Sturdiness and folklore, not needed. Divination, stealth, I'm not using all this stuff. Oh yes, that gives +1 strength. I may need that. Fast reaction and traps, nope. Ah yes, creepy dolls give increased damage. Which is pretty good, but those little... Well, the amulet slot, you only get 1, and +2 damage doesn't seem like it's the greatest ability to get from that. 2 armor. Perception. I feel like folklore and herbalism is something I can justify giving to one of my medics. But the medics already have the root of life equipped, don't they? That takes the same slot. Yes, it does. Extra damage. In fact, is there any one-handed weapon that he can use? 59 weight. Exactly enough weight. 6 sense and backstab is worth it because his stealth is amazing. So I'll tell you what I will do here. Give him extra carrying capacity. And then potentially there's a bow kicking about. No, there's not. I thought maybe there was a bow here somewhere that he could use. Wow, 6 and 8 shielding. He can wear heavier armor. Still got 70 odd. Now I can give him the creepy doll, or folklore and herbalism. Folklore is used in intellect and hex. Herbalism is used in sickness challenge. Okay. I do get the feeling that it might actually be worth taking bows as our next tech point, because we can give proper bows to everybody. And we don't have that much wood though. I feel like I would need at least elven wood to support the manufacture of bows. It's a tough choice. Do we go for bows and crossbows? Or do I go for staves? That, I think, depends on what I want to achieve from my backline, guys. I can't decide.
You are ambushed by orc bandits.
Oh, go away.
Don't look eager to talk about it. You only have seconds to decide what to do.
Stop, you filth. Attack your own kin. Fight them. Orc workers, easy.
Defeated the orc ambushers.
Oh, interesting.
A few of them have broken their weapon.
Veles feather. Okay, so this is obviously junk. We don't need that shitty warhammer. We can get rid of that. Don't look at the warhammer, kids. It's rubbish. Wow, dryad wood and steel gives you Veles 10 damage. Nice. That is an awesome pike. 10 damage. Just shows you how good pikes are. Can't wait to use them. Yasna was wearing that. There you go. Yeah, Mulerad is 100% going to benefit from having a skull ring. Maybe that's what the medics need to wear. Blood drop, skull ring, and then that root of life to increase their medic skill. It's great to know how great the jewelry recipes are, and it's made me think that, you know, in future playthroughs, getting jewelry and different types of gems is potentially the way to go, because it makes you so versatile.
Another night falls over Thea, and restless.
Awesome. Leave the creature to its task.
Sleep well this night. The whole land, the tremors and wild.
Bloody tremors. What is this? Fight. Where's my orc warrior? Orc fighter. Also, I must remember to rename my orc fighter. Zog Zog. Or something of that ilk. Can I first action him? Yes, I certainly can. But there is a whole lot of tactics. It's 36 points of damage. He's a level 8. I just have to back myself that they don't have a tactic that can confuse him. Let's see, so 16 plus 5 is 31. I'm going to try to do 62 damage. So I need 10 support ally points. No, that's not right. It's 20. It's 42. Okay, he's got more than enough damage. So bear in mind, whoever I put here is going to need to go in front because I don't want them to take all these hits. So the Orc Fighter kills the 2 wild boars. Here we've got 14 points of damage, so I can actually send Bogadara in if I can first action her. I think we first action her with one of these people, and then we can actually use our pike using guys to get kills as they enter the battlefield. So she's only a 5. Oh, this bloody hulking rat. It's super irritating. So let's see, 16 points of damage. So Bogadara should kill those 2. The Orc Fighter still kills those 2. So then there's 15 plus 12 plus 3. So whoever goes in is going to need to be fairly tough to tank the hits. Send Snowbit and we'll shield him. And then Svatava in next. Could also get her in. Her get closer will outright kill one of the rats. Good lord, there's a lot of animals. Thank goodness we have all these blunt weapons. It's very clear that when you're fighting large mobs like this of many enemies, what you want is all blunt weapons. I mean, if I was fighting orcs or dwarves, there's only likely to be 4 of them, but they have huge hit point reservoirs. So for that, potentially in that type of fight, I should actually be hanging onto a bunch of 2-handed war axes and then just swapping out the weapons before the fight. I feel like we're still going to take a fair amount of damage in this battle. This is a horde of animals. If this is a 3-skull animal fight, can you imagine what a 5-skull must be like? Ow, I thought I would have got both wild boars. No, Zug Zug! Grognak's getting hit. Ow. Oh man, Snowvid got hit hard there. Okay, easy enough. That should be it. There's no more enemies to fight. There you go. Okay, not seriously wounded at least, so that there is that. He has suffered a fair amount of hit point damage, so I think maybe we just camp for a few days. Yeah. We may as well just get some more fish and some wheat. Let's go fishing. Okay, followers of Veles, well fought. Interesting episode. I was very surprised and pleased at how we were able to resolve that, well, quote-unquote, fight with the dragon guy. Very cool. We'll push on, we'll go fishing for a bit till we heal up. We'll do this nest tower fight, go back to the village. Get the last of our kids back from these rats. And then we'll go mine a load of granite and see if we can attract some dwarves.